What's up, dudes? Welcome to today's practice. I'm super stoked to be sharing my mat with you today. For your practice, you're going to need your own yoga mat. Roll it out, make some space around you, kick off your shoes. If you want to grab some yoga blocks, some straps, whatever you find supportive and assisting in your practice. Make sure you've got all those goodies. When you're ready to begin, we're going to start seated comfortably, either with the legs crossed or sitting in heroes or lotus, half lotus, whatever you find most comfortable. I'm sitting on a block. I find it quite helpful to sit with my hips a little bit more elevated. So if you do battle with back pain and hip pain when you're sitting on the floor, sitting on a block or a cushion can be super helpful. So take as much time as you need to gather all the props that you find useful, and eventually finding a comfortable seat, resting the hands on the knees or in the lap, and closing the eyes if you haven't already. If you need to shift, adjust, do whatever you got to do to find a space of relative comfort. If you've had a bit of a crazy day and you've arrived here in a little bit of a rush, you might find it a little bit more difficult to slow down. And that's okay. Take as much time as you need. Searching for a space where we feel like we're sitting tall. We're aware of the sit bones rooting down into the mat, into the earth. The equal support of that earth holding us up in this space. Feeling a softness in the knees, the soles of the feet. Noticing the belly expanding and relaxing in time with your own breath. Not directing anything, just simply noticing. The shoulders are relaxed away from the ears, allowing the jaw to soften, the cheeks, the eyelids, the forehead. Finding a sense of steadiness, grounding, seated here now. Drawing awareness to the breath to root us into the present moment. Maybe starting to lengthen the breath in through the nose. Exhaling through the nose for the same amount of time. Starting to feel the belly expand, the rib cage to open, the collarbones to rise as we draw this breath in. And feeling all these pieces settle back into place on the exhale. If your mind is slipping away, distracted with ideas of the day, or discomforts in the body, acknowledge, let go, continuously coming back to the breath. Not making things harder than they need to be, so not forcing the breath to go further than we're ready to go. Meeting ourselves where we're at. Maybe experiencing a sense of calm from taking a few moments to breathe. end of your next exhale, softly bowing the chin to the chest. Maybe some sweet relief for the spine, rolling the head from side to side. Holding it where you need to, or continuously moving if that feels better for you here. And coming back through center, pressing the palms together. Eyes are still closed as you start to rub the palms together, creating a little friction, a little heat, a little energy. And cupping those hands over the eyes. Feeling that warmth. Move through the eyelids. And softly now beginning to blink the eyes open. Draw the fingers away from the face. And gaze forward. Welcome. Moving your blocks and cushions and things out the way. We're going to roll over the knees and push back into a gentle child's pose. Toes can be together and knees apart or together. Sitting back on the heels, reaching the arms forward or stacking the hands to rest the forehead on the hands. Spread the fingers wide, press the forearms down, feel the hip bones pull down to the heels. In staying low here, we're going to thread the left arm underneath the right and bring the left ear down to the mat. Just allowing the heaviness of the upper body resting down on that left arm to open into the shoulder. And then extend the left arm forward, threading right arm underneath the left, bringing right ear down to the mat. And reaching the right arm forward, rising up through tabletop for our ever faithful cat and cow. Today we're going to try a more of a side-to-side cat-cow. So you're going to press through the fingertips, push the hips over to the left and really round out through the right shoulder. Exhale to round through the center, push the hips over to the right, and then inhale to drop the belly down to the mat, lift the chin to look up. And then again, exhale, round through the right shoulder, through the center, over to the left. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin to look up. One more here, exhale, round through the right shoulder, over to the left. Inhale, drop the belly, and then we're going to change directions. Exhale, over to the left shoulder, through the center, over to the right. Inhale, exhale through the left, over to the right. Inhale, last one. Exhale over through the center to the right. Inhale through center, nice flat back. Exhale, tuck all 10 toes, lift the knees and push back to downward facing dog. Once again, just taking some time to suss out where we're at. Maybe bending and straightening one knee at a time. Maybe swaying the hips from side to side. And keeping the feet parallel, spreading weight through the fingers. Inhale, lift onto the tips of the toes, lift the hips high. Start to squeeze the chin to the chest and roll forward one vertebrae at a time into plank. Exhale, bend the knees, push back through a floating child's pose to downward facing dog. And again, inhale, lift the hips, lift. And roll forward one vertebrae at a time into a plank. Exhale, bend the knees, push back through floating child's pose, downward facing dog. One more here. Inhale, lift the hips and roll forward, slowly shifting weight into the hands. Exhale, bend the knees, push back, downward facing dog. Looking forward, inhale to walk both feet behind the hands, taking as many steps as you need. Taking hold of opposite elbows in a ragdoll. Dropping chin to the chest, letting the arms hang down. Feeling the belly rest against the thighs. And release the hands and slowly roll up to stand. one vertebrae at a time, fixing pants, t-shirt, tear, and all those goods. Walking the toes and heels into touch, ankle bones pull apart, thighs switch up and on. Inhale, press palms together, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back to plank, lower knees, chest and chin, or lower through Chaturanga Dandasana. Untuck the toes, inhale, look, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Holding here for 3 breaths. Inhale. If you're finding a hard time keeping the legs straight and this is causing a round in the shoulders, maybe bend the knees to push the belly to the thighs, keeping the length in the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Bending both knees, look forward. Inhale, step both feet between the hands, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, press palms together, reach forward and up, look up. Exhale, stand tall, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale to hug the left knee into the chest. Wrap the hands around that left knee, flex through the left foot. Feel how your right foot is grounding down. You're pressing the left knee against the hands, pulling the hands against the knee and feeling the crown of the head lift up to the sky. It's these opposites, this expansion in all these directions, that allows us to feel that sense of balance. And keeping that tension, feeling the belly and the belly draw to the spine, bring the hands alongside the hips. Inhale to very mindfully hinge at the hips and extend that left leg to the back for Warrior 3. Keeping the hips squared, keep the left toes flexed down to the floor, hands alongside the hips, breathing in and out. Inhale. Exhale, very softly stepping the left foot to the back of the mat. Inhale, reach arms above the head, high lunge. Exhale, open arms, chest and hips, Warrior 2. Left hand to the left thigh, inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale to come back through center, extend the right leg. Dip the right hip. So if you have your hands to your hips looking for that little sassy pop, dip the right hip, arms out again alongside the shoulders, and inhale to now reach that right arm forward, parallel to the floor. Find that length in the spine. And exhale, hinge at the hips, Trikonasana, triangle pose, gazing up only if the neck feels happy to do so, otherwise looking forward or down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, strong body. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, bend the right knee, Warrior 2, and bring that right forearm onto the right thigh, squeezing the left bicep to the left ear. If you'd like to go a little further, maybe taking the right hand to the outside of the foot, or using your block on the outside of that right foot, squeezing the left bicep to the left ear. Find that length from the tips of the fingers down to the outside of that left pinky toe. Beautiful. Slowly floating left hand to the mat, squaring the hips. You can have hands on blocks or fingertips to the mat. Keeping the left heel off the mat, we're going to breathe in, extend the right leg for a longer pyramid. Then exhale, bend the knee and look forward. Inhale, extend. Exhale to bend. Inhale, extend, and exhale, we're going to hold it here. Maybe flexing that right foot up to the sky. Maybe squeezing hands into fists if the wrists are feeling a bit tender. And softly bending that right knee. Bring the hands to the mat. Inhale, step the left foot forward to meet the right, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, press palms together, reach forward and up, look up. Exhale, stand tall. Grounding through the left foot. Inhale, hugging that right knee into the chest, wrapping hands around the right shin. Flexing the foot, looking again for those opposites, that expansion of energy, that drawing inward, that compression. Really extending that left foot to the ground, drawing the belly into the spine. And keeping the right knee to the chest. Release the hands alongside the hips. And inhale, very controlled, very mindfully extending that right leg back into Warrior 3. And if we're a little wobbly, That's okay. We all have those days. So if you're having a bit of an issue with balance, you can either rest your hands on blocks or interlace both hands against that left thigh. But you're still looking here for the compression, flexing the toes back, pulling the belly inward, breathing in. Exhale with control to step the right foot to the back of the mat and inhale, high lunge. Exhale, open arms, chest and hips, warrior two. Right hand to the right thigh, inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale through warrior two, extend that front leg, bringing hands to the hips, looking for that little sassy pop again. So that left hip pops down, the right hip bone up nice and high. Relax the toes, but engage the quads, arms alongside the shoulders. Inhale, reach forward, 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 lengthen the sides of the body. Exhale, hinge. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Strong body. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, bend the left knee. Either bringing the left forearm to the left thigh, right bicep to the right ear and holding here. Or left hand to the outside of the left foot or onto a block. Or extended side angle. So squeezing that right bicep to the right ear, pushing that left knee against the elbow. Pulling the right shoulder back, finding that stretch from the tips of the fingers down to the outside of the foot. Float that right hand to the mat, squaring the hips, either using your blocks, having one hand on each block, or both hands on the mat. As we inhale, we're going to extend the left leg. It doesn't matter if it doesn't straighten all the way. Exhale, bend the knee and look forward. That back leg stays straight and strong all the way through. Inhale, extend. Exhale to bend. Last one, inhale, extend. Exhale to hold it here. Inhale, maybe flexing the left foot. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Softly dropping that left foot to the mat. Hands to the mat. Inhale, this time step back to plank. Exhale to lower knees, chest and chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Untuck the toes. Inhale to low cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pressing through the left foot, inhale, extend the right leg up and back, down dog splits. Exhale, step the right foot forward between both hands and soften the left knee down to the mat. Finally. Inhale, reaching both arms up to the sky. Low lunge. Exhale, bring the left hand to the left hip and reach the right hand back behind you. If you need a mat or a rolled up mat or a blanket or a cushion underneath this left knee, go for it. Make sure you're supported where you need it. Circling the right arm forward alongside the right hip. Inhale, look forward, reach up. Exhale, circle the hand back. Inhale, circle forward and up. Exhale, circle back. Float the right hand to the mat. Left hand to the mat. We're going to pivot this left shin parallel to the back of the mat. Swing the left hand all the way to the back of the mat. Extend the right leg and inhale, reach right arm to the sky. Supported side plank. Exhale, squeeze the right bicep to the ear. Inhale to rise up and stand on that left knee. Bring the right hand to the right thigh. Left arm reaches up and over. Exhale to bring both hands to the back of the mat. Pivot the left leg back into plank. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, extend left leg up and back, down dog splits. Exhale, step left foot forward between both hands and lower the right knee. Inhale, reaching both arms up to the sky. Low lunge. Exhale, right hand to the left knee, circle the left hand back. Again, cushioning, supporting that right knee where needed. Bring the left hand alongside the left hip. Inhale, circle forward and up. Exhale, back and around. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, back and around. One more inhale. Exhale, floating left hand to the mat. Pivoting the right foot parallel to the back of the mat. Swing the right hand all the way back underneath the right shoulder. Extend the left leg. Inhale, supported side plank. Exhale, squeeze left bicep to the left ear. Inhale to stand on that right knee. Bring the left hand to the left thigh. Right arm up and over. Exhale, cartwheel both hands to the mat. Tuck the left toes, lift the left knee. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale as slowly as you can. Lower that body down to the floor, onto the belly. Turning over to lie on the back. And finally, hugging both knees in to the chest. Taking a breath in. And sighing it out. Another breath in. Sighing it out. One more like this if you need it. Crossing the right ankle over the left knee. Reaching both hands to hold onto the back of that left thigh with both hands. Creating like a little hammock for the thigh to rest in. Flexing the feet, kind of pressing the right knee down to the bottom of the mat. Maybe rocking a little from side to side to find where you really need the most here. And maybe staying there or moving a little outside of that space if it feels like too much. And then gently release, keeping the ankle over the knee. We're going to drop the left foot to the mat. Reach arms out to the sides in a T shape and let both knees drop down to the right. If it feels like a little too much to have that ankle over the knee, uncross, let gravity weigh those legs down. Or stay where you are, encouraging that left knee to melt down to the mat. Breathing into that beautiful stretch on the outside of the hip, the lower back, maybe taking the chin over to the left shoulder. Uncrossing the right ankle, drawing both knees up through the center and into the chest. Bringing the left ankle over the right knee, interlacing hands around the right thigh. Flexing both feet. The harder you pull into the chest, the more you're going to feel, maybe rocking side to side, just finding what you need. And breathing there. Gently release, right foot to the mat. Keep the left ankle over the knee and arms out to the sides, dropping both knees down to the left. Maybe gazing over the right shoulder. Uncrossing, coming back through the center, hugging both knees in, squeezing the nose up to the knees. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale to expand outwards and relax. Sliding feet out as wide as the mat, dropping the toes outwards. Spreading hands out away from the body, turning the palms to face up. Closing the eyes, releasing control of the breath, feeling a softness in the body, relaxing one muscle at a time, from the toes to the arches of the feet and the calves. Relaxing the thighs and the hips, and the belly and the chest. Relaxing the palms of the hands, the forearms and shoulders, the jaw, cheeks, forehead. Relax. Staying here for as long as you need. When you're ready to come out, becoming aware of the breath. Waking up the fingers and the toes, circling ankles and wrists. And then reaching arms above the head, stretching from the tips of the fingers down to the toes, and exhale to relax. Drawing the knees into the chest and turning to lie on your side. Keeping the eyes closed, pressing into the top hand. So find a comfortable seat at the front of your mat. Bringing the palms to touch at heart center. Expressing gratitude to yourself for showing up. And then we honor each other. Thank you for choosing to share this time with me today. Namaste.